a wife.
She hasn't aged in 20 years. It's crazy.
And then what? We won the war.
Oh, I didn't know he was in this movie. Dude, it was the Punisher.
This is a household waiting for master. I want you to choose me.
Ithaca's king is coming back.
No, he's not.
What would he do if he came back here and find all these suitors in his house?
Oh, that's cool.
You're pining for a daddy you didn't even know, like some sniveling bastard.
Who's looking after your wife and son?
Do you see?
My dad is coming home.
Bringing vengeance.
Bringing it all.
Looks pretty great, man.
I need everyone at this party dead.
I can still save them.
You're a man who needs to control his fate. But you cannot control this.
That world is gone.
No one could stand between me and home. Not even the gods. Keep us straight!
It's pretty sweet.
I think it's asleep.
Looks pretty cool. Looks pretty sweet, man. Looks really, really good. It looks really good. I read the Odyssey quite some time ago. It's one of those stories where just you might forget all the little details of it, but like the big picture details kind of stick in your head. And I know the bow that Anne Hathaway had is a competition. It's her husband's bow. It's Matt Damon's bow, Odysseus. And she holds like a competition for all those people there, all those men. They're like knights and princes and stuff like that from all over the world who want to marry her now that Odysseus is gone. And she says she'll marry the first person who like hits this specific target in a certain way. I forgot what it was exactly. By firing his bow. But he's the only one in the whole world who could ever do it. So she knows nobody can, and nobody does. And then he does come back home and, you know, handles everybody who was at that dinner. But I know for the giant, from what I remember about, not to spoil, you know, this is all spoiler for the story, but it's like it's the only time I've ever been able to talk about it. For the giant, I know he gets stuck. He like his ship gets stuck in a storm, I think, on this land where the giant is, and I can't remember the exact details of how they get kind of stuck there with the giant, but it's kind of a little thing back and forth where it's almost like they're under the guise of the giant for a while, who just eats several of his crew. And the whole time he tells him, the giant, I forgot the name he uses, but I think he says his name is Nobody. And he continues to tell the giant that his name is Nobody. But then when he's leaving, after they best the giant, he stabs him. I forgot what he does. He really hurts him. And they defeat him. They get back on their ship and they leave. And when he's leaving, Odysseus has such an ego that he like yells out the name. Like the giant asks like who bested him, who defeated him. And Odysseus, like, he was just being a smug, you know, hero at that point. He said, "My name is Odysseus." He screamed it out to him. He told him who it was. So the giant took that name, went to the gods, and was like, I want to punish him for what he did. And his name is Odysseus. So if he just kept his mouth shut, nothing would have happened. And then the gods essentially cursed Odysseus to sail the open waters for the next 30 years. So he gets stuck out at ocean that entire time. He goes all over the place. He lands on an island where there's a goddess who falls madly in love with him and conceives a child with him. I believe that's who Charlize Theron is. But she kind of holds him hostage. Like, he really wants to go home and he loves his wife, but he's kind of like playing into it a little bit to like save himself. And he just wants to leave. That's another thing, like the land of the Titans, where the guys in the armor, I believe. So, I mean, there's just all kinds of craziness. But every time he'd go back out into the ocean, he'd always come to some massive storm that would throw him to someplace new. And he could never, even when he thought he was going to the right, something would happen to throw him to a completely different place. And eventually, at the end of the story, he loses his entire crew. He gets to go home, but he loses the entire crew along the way. It's a really crazy journey. And it's even crazier to think, like, yeah, the guy who wrote this did it 3,000 years ago. And he wrote a story about giants eating soldiers and goddesses who fall madly in love with humans and, like, all this craziness. And it's like, wow, this guy wrote this incredible story 3,000 years ago. And yet, you know, we can't write a 2.5-hour Marvel movie without having to hire 18 people to rewrite it 7 times. But one Greek writer wrote this incredible thing 3,000 years ago. So we have not progressed in storytelling at all. We are so screwed. Oh, but I'll watch it though. It looks good.